We want to welcome you to another episode. Incokoyebhudas, Molweni Molweni. Tina silapha at Dorman Street. If ufuna coffee in the city, best cookies, best sandwiches, this is the place that you have to be. Hashtag, and hashtag. Namhlanje episode 3 wethu we have enye ibhudas esibalulekileyo. He goes by the name Yamondvile ngikhikile pha.
Yeah, wena ungukhanda chisa subambekisa izotibanisa inhloko nebhuda budi yandingeqongeni budi yahluphe embokweni.
He goes by the name Dywili. Shafere kanjani bura?
Shafere bura kunjani?
Ten so excited. Yeah. Why like in so excited?
Come on. No. Don't be a hater. You know, I know you were happy with morning.
Okay. Yeah, I'm very happy to see you, Njayam. Otherwise, great, my brother.
Yeah, I'm great, Buddha, man. Yeah, just tired. We also like forget more fixing. I'm trying. Well, actually, no.
I forgot to late.
Forget more fixing. Oh. Yeah. So when I woke up, then I came this side. I was like, shit. Yeah, well. So but I was sick. Incokoyebhudas.
Shout out to you. Excellent, my brother. So, ubusenza ngiqala.
I know I came back from this place up in Coffe Street. I was in MC. So pretty much, we had like a celebration this guy simulation rap.
Oh yeah.
So like you present, who cake going?
Yeah. I was hosting that one because when he hosted on the Friday. So now when I post you layer wena when ufumene amaphinda I got the first ride of the way.
But yeah, at the end of the day, but it was good and like I figured late here was so busy my plan is that was pretty much me. Yeah.
So I want to ask for Glondi Tetaiba, how is it hosting for you? Is it something that you normally do kanye kubamba jamata?
Hosting event or being an MC type of
being an MC, hosting and being an
so
MC.
Being an MC, it's like now and then, but hosting is like my passion. It's what I do. So like I host events like in different places up here in Cape Town. Places. It's either in Enkosi or it's in the suburbs. I'm there.
Let's put that in seven. So Brian, let's get straight to it. Belusingokolele ngo-Dywili. Kubano athi usuka phi?
So yeah, Dywili obviously Eastern Cape, obviously, but up in Cape Town.
Dude, we all from Eastern Cape.
Grew up pretty much like as a family. I came from Langa. We were still young, still a baby. Actually.
Also Langa.
Then came back. Actually went to Delft for some time. So I've been living there for a longest time.
Moving in Delft.
Yeah, like a long time ago, like 90.
They said 90
something.
90 something.
It was still But then like even like because I slept 14 because that time they came, kicked doors. And illegally we got the house, and then after that we got the level. That's where we got like the actual house, and then we moved. Even the code here to Kalam 11. Like lo amos got 10, by code Kalam 10. Yeah, well, it's like 11, but I want my half 11 big specifically.
Yeah, 11 original, the real 11.
They always like, no, yeah, well, but about 11, they're like, yeah, 11, but me outsiders. And you said but you know it is what it is. So pretty much Sala 11 went to school in Belor. I felt in love with events from a long time because I used to go watch events at this place called the Rainbow Arts Organization. So when they hosted events, they kind of got inspired. I was like, hey, I love like having people in one space where
Yeah.
they're just enjoying themselves, they're happy, or people are just having refreshments. Like it's just you seeing people happy in one space. So with me, it motivated me. I was like, damn, I want to create like something like this, you know. Like every time when I go there, I get inspired, and then I started going to more events, and then I started seeing, and then I went to varsity, and then in varsity, that's where like my mind just kind of will open up to a whole new level, because I studied like sport management, and then we talk about events.
I was not an sport.
Yeah, well, we talk about
Hope you don't
events.
have to. Okay,
Yeah, well,
it's busy.
yeah, well, we talk about events, talk about management, talk about marketing, talk about
Yeah.
recreation, leisure, yeah, well, even like tourism stuff. So like I kind of got in that, like my intention was not to study that. I was just doing it like since just to be at school, because like even my plans were not to actually go to school, because I was kind of like, but then I ended up getting like a school, and then I went to it, then I was like, okay, I'm just going to be here for a year, and then but then I fell in love with it, because of Windows as Fundisa. I feel like, yeah, but because like being there, I grew, and then I learned so much, and then I networked like ngabantu about different, So pretty much university studied there. That's when I started starting an organization also in Kasi called Enkosi Foundation, and then later on starting this company, which is the entertainment company, which hosts events like in different places around like Cape Town, and I'm the games master.
Games master. Okay, so I want to ask you, the organization, what led you into the organization? Because starting an organization, I think you're an editor, but you saw the need for where now when's the organization. So even don't they push it for you to do that?
So as you all know, right, it's cars, especially Delft. You know, Delft is not such a chill place to be at. It is fun, you know, now and then, but some other times, you know, being at the wrong place, wrong time, and there's like because my friends, like my closest friends, when I grew up with them, like we had vision, we had dreams. We were like, I want to be this, I want to be that, and we started chasing them. But then, like bit by bit, I started seeing like like they're falling. Some of them, like now when I go back at castle, like they're like zombies, you know. So because they're always on drugs, they always want something. So I was like, let me do something. At least that won't change. Like I won't be able to change everyone else, but at least I can influence that person and that person and that person. And then that one person or that two, like they can grow and become something else, you know. So that's like the whole reason why I wanted to become an influence. So when kids be like, and then they're gonna be like, and then if you want to be like that person, then you will start following under their footsteps, and then you start to, because I remember they call it like Pakumi Stratweni, like he's because Pakumi Stratweni, like in terms of guys, I was the first one to go to Everseed about 2016, and then like he was the second one to go Everseed, and then he's studying what I'm studying, and he's always asking because he's always like after even when I go to church, he also wants to go to the church that I go. So like that's when I started seeing the power of influence. Like it starts from there. Even to my little brother as well. Like when he sees me doing events and stuff, like he'll also get you know. So he's also influenced by my ways, and he wants to go by my ways. So I know at least he's not at some point gonna get messed up, because if he keeps on following what I'm doing, then he's gonna be like that, you know. Yeah. So that's the whole purpose why we started the organization.
Because from you creating or the organization, what's the whole inspiration? Because I understand, it was because of this, but for Wednesdays, that you are doing for the community, like what really inspired you into becoming that? Or who inspired you?
So I would say like first of all my father, because my father is also like community leader type of person, because I remember this one day, like that image in my mind will forever be there. But I think I was 9, 10 years old, I'm not sure. But like I remember Sotoitoya was so like he was in the police, like he was arrested for political reasons stuff, you know. Like people came out in numbers. They were like, So
About Dywili. Who doesn't know about Dywili?
And then people like they started talking on the mics, and then like people came in numbers, like some from suburban police station.
Sure.
And then like now we see like abantu
No, yes,
people
yes,
like
yes,
just
yes,
went
yes.
and then they started got toy till the next day. Like people didn't go home but like even like the police station is like his station manager, they're like, hey, then how it's crowded, that's because no one's and then they were like that day, like, and it was like 2 or 3 a.m. in the morning. They were like, hey, Julie, wow, papa. And then even the car abanyes but like I think it's tricky or something, but they click on abanye the same reasons
Sure.
but wapuma and then like even the way he went out, he was like, man, they're like top of like, and then people were like, oh. So to me, that image is still in my mind. I'm like, shit. I'm like, yeah, this guy is a leader, you know. And then he also started Ikati in our community.
Sure.
That like Ikati, like it became huge, like a huge project. Like outsiders, like people came in, investments, it came in. Like Ikati became something that fed the community. Because you know, sometimes when like we're little kids, that's a lamb really. Some so much and then they'll end up like what's pegging like then figure style pass each like kids didn't go hungry, like little light is also in our pass was time figure and see us about case so pegging like even with other communities, like other houses by structures are so called. Like from Pai Katin, and then like even people in cabinet Haki, Sabitan Guya Painzi, Figure Patin yeah. So like from then I was like I grew up with like environment, yeah, but even like when she talks like and stuff, like was like Pai after yeah, yeah, but
you don't attend
I know I do go like but now and then go on the move. But and then make on the change. But it's like they do exist already, but it's at Delft. And then he started like as a guy as a station, and then the people started knowing about it. And then by we are Malanga, and then they can come. Why go to culture and you can just come to Delft? So yeah, it was like kind of that. And then went to varsity. In varsity, that's when like even like the inspiration in me, I had it. Like the motivation, I had it. But then the direction I did not have, like how to do it. Like I remember actually, I don't say like Zandi Kwala, right? Like Zansuki 13, I was still actually 13.
Sure.
When you're there, right? Like in Molweni, kind of took a break from the world, and then I focused on myself, and like I started seeing like into it deeper and deeper, and then also there, that's I'm gonna do something for you guys. I was not sure what, but like there I got closer to even like I would say God, like even with myself. There I got like focus in a sense, and then when I got to varsity, God placed me in the right space because like the direction. Like, okay, this is how you start, like, because we learned about that. Like, this is how you start organization, this is how you look for this is how you do. So, now, like, he isn't only fully payano first year, like, let me start implementing them. And then that's where it started, like, happening in the entire vision.
Except, bro.
Yeah, it was a chill.
I was funny, because from the organization, there's branches that are different from it. There's there's the soup kitchen, there's the African Hair Connect, the sport and recreation side, the events and fashion and all that in a 5-a-side tournament. So, just breaking it down, because I want to highlight but I want to focus mostly the African Hair Connect. Then you tell us about the soup kitchen and going to the 5-a-side and all that.
Yeah. So Enkosi Foundation is a youth empowerment organization, right? So we deal with sports and art because we, like in Western Cape, they like especially in Delft, there's a lack in terms when it comes to sport. There in art, there is some movement, But like I feel like with English Foundation, like with the sports side, we have a 5-a-side tournament, and like we had a gym, but like through politics and Muzinjalo, we had to close down.
Hey.
Down politics.
Yes, politics.
Down politics.
Yes,
on
politics.
another-
Okay.
It's on another level,
Okay,
yeah.
okay.
But maybe it might change, but we'll never know.
Oh, say Kutio Lamal, I will Kutio Lamal.
Yeah. It's demolished. Like when now go coach about and stuff. So even like.
So is that why Kutio?
No. Like it like ngabantu, and then like the city on did not even know about it because the political people that chased us out, they did not report, and so there's the like in terms of the African Hair Connect, it's the art side of Enkosi Foundation. So with African Hair Connect, it's pretty much an initiative that was created to empower like Africans to self-love themselves, to also be proud of what they have, like their hair, and also like their hustle. So we also host like different types of photo shoots where we go to different recreational spaces like of nature, like your beach, or we go to like a forest, like to a place where you actually connect with like nature, So like with that project, like it was really, really close to my heart in the sense of, at first, like I remember working at Ronda Porsche, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then like from Ronda Porsche, and I'll go back in Kasi. And then from Ronda Porsche, like I used to see a lot of these UCT students. And then I used to see like from guys to women, like the different hairstyles that they have, like with their own natural hair.
Oh,
like it was scarce to see like weave there. Like it was really like maybe out of 10 it was probably 9.5. But most of the people, like even guys, like they will come with these crazy hairstyles with their own natural hair.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to look at them and then the females, and I'm like, this is so dope. And then when I go back to a class and then I'm seeing there, but actually there's nothing wrong with it. But that's when, when it kicked, wow. When I can remember these other girls saying like it's natural, and they were like they were invited to an event which was like in the following day, and they were like, you the Francis guys, no, and then their hair looked like super good, like it was nice, more like they said, and then like I invited Ronda Porsche, and they pulled through looking fresh, nice. And their hair popping, natural hair, nothing but you the frats, no. So like that's where it kicked back. Like some other people out there, like it's either they're uneducated about like the beauty of their hair, or they like I equal motivation. And then I started learning from Sister because she used to normally most of the time relax her hair, and it kind of also had an effect on her hair as well because it started burning out.
Cream.
So like the after effects of you relaxing and stuff is gone. And then like my sister went to the first photo shoot, right, with her relaxed hair and stuff. But then she started seeing other cars and she was like, nah man, because she didn't want in this house. If you relax or go because she like go relax. And then like she stopped like relaxing, and then she stopped relaxing, and then just changed. Like even like now till this day, I'm like. When I look at it like
even though when Pala last time
and then like the texture alone, and then so many people like after like like so many people like complimented her, asking her, what do you do with your hair? No. And then like even herself like like because sister like his self-esteem is not there on a high level. Like even like but then with that like after like she was so positive. She was so like with self-esteem was on another level. Even like even like yes feel it's like then I started realizing you feel like
I'm before bench.
But we are a barber shop.
The streets are calling.
That's where I, like for myself I started realizing about like the power of hair, like the power that it does. Like it's actually powerful. Then I did research about African history and hair, and like why is it so important. And then one of the first things that I read was like when white people came to Africa. When white people came to Africa, the first thing that they did was to cut like black people's hair. Because like black people's hair back then, they believed like that was like your head, like your hair is closest to the Most High, which is God. So that's why other people used to make their hair like super tall, or like you see, so like different hairstyles represented different types of things. So like that was the first thing they cut off, and meaning like there's something powerful in there. So that's why
Solomon
empower
in the Bible.
This
is Solomon up there weaking on. Solomon,
so like pretty much like the power of hair, like is something great in there. So that's why like we're like, let's push this initiative. Since we are a youth empowerment organization, we'll try to do anything by all means to empower the youth. It's either it's about your Africanism, or it's about like through art or through sports. So that's how pretty much African hair is about.
And ndifuna uringiwe one nje with the 5-a-side tournament, because I used to be the MC of a 5-a-side tournament, and you won't push. That's one thing. I was like, I swear for the but because it's about youth empowerment and stuff. I can say you did play a role in me being the person that I am, in terms of, because for Abantu Banbonba, I can actually do the presenting. I can be an MC. That's where they saw me, and that's where I got a lot of motivation, even from you, where you're like, say, Undayazi MC, a 5-a-side tournament, Gusbo. So you. Okay, focus. Let's focus. So because I want to like in Dywili for lawyer way, because for me to be a presenter and be at this place that I'm in now, it was because of the influence that the organization had on me. Because I started looking about like, say, you can actually do this, because now I'm not presenting was something that I was after, but it manifested itself to see, but I said you can actually do this. So I want to thank you for lowering Jaya. So to move again to ask about Delft. What do you think about the area of Hlalabuyo? What needs to be done or to be changed?
Well, one thing I can say about like the area I come from, Delft, it's a very rich area in terms of culture, talent.
Yeah, there's so much talent in there.
There's so many talented people there. You'll be shocked even in the game. Like when people say, "Oh, what's it Delft?" Like, what's it Delft?
Oh yeah.
What's it Delft? Like,
almost by now, you know that Delft.
And then like oh, maybe when they see us, like Castelli mostly, Castimene, we come to events, then Timina one was set Delft. Then people
to be events. Don't try to go to
yeah, there's so many talented people there. Kwabando, like there's so many different types of artists as well, like in terms of the art world, like they are doing like amazing stuff. But I feel like it's the unity that's still not there yet. You know, but like compared to, I would say 3 years, 4 years ago, it's different than now. You know, things are changing now. Bit by bit, we're starting to meet up. But in most cases, we only meet up down, or we meet up to Charlie Chillers. You see, so that's one body that kind of also unites stuff creatives in one space. Like we have people that like featured in Vogue magazine. We have people that dress like Moonchild. We have people like that run idols. We have people that are doing big like. People that like. Speech the Dreamer, like people that like are main characters in award-winning films in South Africa. So like those are people that's what are from being
I get it.
You know, so like Delft is like rich in talent, man. Like it's like like there's so much there,
Oh,
but
yeah.
the unity is still not there. I feel like if Singazama a system like Italy Chilas is one system that will be super powerful
Sure,
in
yeah.
uniting Delft and for us to be in one space and talk about how we can move forward, how we can come to a Orbs or a Cape Town and occupy these spaces. Because
Sure,
amanye
yeah.
amajita asuka from Mfuleni, asuka from a culture, they occupying those spaces.
Oh, yeah,
Like
yeah.
look at Collab 22, amajita now asuka eKasi, but then
But
doing
what
like
yeah.
yabo indawo those new spaces and khona nalapha lamaqala, like people from eKasi, they come here, they build like basuka kukase one bonke and then they build this unity.
up,
Yeah,
yeah.
you know, like it's almost like our foreign brothers, like Somalia, like Somalian brothers, like bona, they come, boom, they're united. Build the shop, and then they move on to the next.
Have you like ndakana boni
That's the
uhlobo
system.
operate ngalo
You
it's
know.
like wena mabru mabra abdu mabru they'll be like okay when mabru uyafika apa let's take out okay here is investment of 20,000 wena uvule ispaza shop sakho so from le shop yakho uyivulayo wena uyayazi for ixesha elithile uyavula uya-operator you pay back the money that we invested into your business then you carry on and I think kule nto ithethayo yala unity it's because that's where in a way spaza shops didn't survive
You know?
because yona way ispaza shops sikhule ngezipaza ingxaki
No.
not spaza music but spaza shops
Spaza shops, yeah.
ispaza shops were the thing ekasi where but ke ngoku uyazi kufike kwenziwa ntoni kufike kwakho la way now you'd find ba ispaza shops isithi isonga i-14 rand my friend basibiza i-13 rand we all want to spend less.
You know,
That's the thing. The people want to spend less, whether I know you or not.
No, yeah.
It's like, hey, the
Cost
money
of
now,
living,
cost
yeah,
of living is
yeah,
very
yeah,
high.
yeah.
But you know, I think the other thing, because as you know, the Spaza shop, got a Spaza shop that's corner by Delft where go sasithanda udlala igame sasibokobela. Hey, hayi Spaza shop. Kwanyanzeleka ukuba because xa upika mos uba une-1 rand zi-5 obe ziyi-2 then ke ufuneka uyayisplita mos ibe zi-5 obe ziyi-2 i-1 rand yakho phana sasizithenga ilezi i-5 obe so kune-1 rand.
That's also
Yo.
another thing about abantu balapha SA. Like security, sakala. And then how do you expect to be greedy in the first coming for 1 to 5 years? Because in business, right? Like ngokuzalifuna kuyeze business. Like for the first 5 years, like don't expect something super dope. Expect like okay, you're gonna have loss. Even
Yeah.
though you do maybe even like not in 5 years and you start making good profit. But when your expectation like in the next coming
That's
5
not be
years,
that high.
you know, because it's business, you don't know what can happen. Even like in the
Corona,
COVID, you don't know what
yeah,
can happen.
sure.
So that's why they say at least have a 5-year plan where you know about okay, after 5 years, that's when I'm like, let me pull up my socks if like they're born back condo and then or maybe if I see about okay like at least it's a established brand, now I can start to be like this or increase that or be like but the only thing now be greedy we can't go
Except that.
like and like ingathi like someone that talk city must collab same time you know you're gonna want a bigger part and this thing when I was talking to this other guy one day and they told me like some other time this energy about if like the energy and then like it's better not passing a collab you know, because in the future or in the long run at some point you're gonna clash and it's not gonna be good for all of us.
Yeah.
So if at least to banana energy
Yeah, see, like,
you know,
yeah.
So like even like these rich guys from America who are best friends, like Bakula Bonge.
Have you seen, like in the crazy that you see them now, but oh, John, mhlawumbe movies zakudala nento zakudala, you're like aba bantu kudala, but because umzekela abanye bangafika mhlawumbe Michael B Jordan bamazi ngoku. Michael B Jordan wa-actor eseyilight encane bese classically abantu
you know they've been like and it's energy like it's people that like they end up becoming like family. So that's like the type of unity that we need amongst each other as creatives, as business people, as sports people.
Ingasizibuye kodwa zibaza shop.
Like yeah, there's a system on the wall we breeze as far as shop, but it's a political one. It's a political one. But it can come back, but it will have to be Yeah, it can, yeah, but I can phone take up and I will be political stuff. Hold you accountable. I'm trying, hey, you remember this year when you said
when you
this?
said this.
Yeah, I'm like,
We're so shaky heads now. On that Incokoyebhudas.
I just found something. So, like, I love it on theater, but you know. So no, thank you.
When we talk Delft creatives and the unity, I must say that unyanisile kakhulu because before I moved to Delft, I got exposed to a whole lot of different people, even in the area that we live in. But you can't do it for him also. But can I make Sunday because I think 2 weeks back.
Last week.
Yo, same code 2 weeks back. Case Sunday because
Entshela ukuthi
manje Inkosi siyavela upheko siyavela yona imumula ibirthday kathike
Chisane kwathi
kokwenu why kade ngokwena sitya abathambo
hayibo
yaqala ibona
no no
it's a
kasi cut yeah boy kasi come on kids zasekasi sityamathambo kasi cats you know not cats hey
not cats bro what you know cats
you know but yeah so I like sityamathambo like cat cause like if I wabonanga then izokujonga ukuthi qobiva ngoma hey drama yaqala like you must go around seeing showing cards as well.
That's not Pina say well. Pina Pavan on Thank you. Because when we theater, I feel like was one as the plug. Because you busy. When I don't know how many people have asked you link up people. Kube khona laba uyama akekho umuntu ongamaziyo article bamaze to article mina ngitshela amapha ngaze ngomapha noma laba khoyisa umapha because nansi way like is that your plan la way uyenzayo kanye it's just that you found okay I think I can be able to do this kanye it's been long coming like okay I would like to do the way where I link up people and stuff because everywhere we go now most places the people that are around you you're always the one, you're the plug of okay when atibana nubani wazubani.
Sales like it also kind of helped me in terms of like communication as I said, you know, and connecting with people. Naseva City, the same we learned about communication and also how to connect when it comes to brands and presentation. So like all the time I'm around people, you know, like it just automatically happens when you go to Banana, then you talk. Sure. And that person's like, yo bro, I love your vision, I love your energy. Exactly. And then like same time, I remember to buy on the fly, you know, like first time that was one like 1 week I would say that.
I remember you telling me about the Larry's and
I sure. So like that week was one of the best, you know, and it was fun in the way to Banana because the sugar elwanje, so no V like V to Banana. Also that day, the same day.
Sure.
V Satubana like someone in town, but then Satubani elwanje because Netubani Solomon. Phayani lwandle akahlali Salimont abengahlali baseDelft behlala khona uPosho
la kumjidi ngicabanga hlala eDelft ole dwa baseDelft kanye
no bahlala Ronopho I think he family there's a family
ixesha lonke
alakudala wavaya so like phayana sathubana no like no V when we ended up connecting because I birthday I think a speech or like a speech, but then and kwenzekala naloka Bravo was a hoster la event yakhe Khayelitsha.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was pretty much the same day. I was supposed to be there, but then like life as I said like most of the time no one prakota the certain place so no one really baso because like that day I met like awesome people. So like Satubana no V Savaya, the one fly like that day, like it's one to fire, like what I call one because I'm like Lumana, I show me, I was show me born, come to Africa, like it show, because I choked, but I thought he was not choking, because the actor says, need to have it, because I'm pretty peck and in say, but then like he was joking, but then we went like, say, I don't know, pause, a cheetah song. Connected so much. Next time, she Tifuniktibana, no V and everyone. Like Goku, even like with the fly to V, like Namanya not to banana with Trubo now.
Sure.
It's like it's just the empire is like going up and more. I'm meeting more people every time.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I feel like it came through not necessarily as a strategy, but connecting people is one of also my strategy. But and plugging up. Ubani, because I know about Ubani, damn, they'll do something magical. You see, like there with that, yeah. But you know, we're saying Tibani now, Ubani, Uprakota, we're saying Tibani, so now we're like, God, like it's this universe, I would say. So yeah, it's pretty much that.
Anyway, I want to ask this question that we're now, as Buddha, how do you feel being a Buddha school in terms of all these things that men are doing and stuff? So in what position does it put you? How does it figure? Because everywhere we go we always see the same things, man this, man that. So how does that get to you? And I say like
I would say like in some positions I feel like one like Lano, like that thing of like proof dollars and you feel like dollar, but like I was still young, can born into logo, feeling at like this is school, like feeling at like
yeah,
like, you know, feeling at you.
Go, I'm not threatening.
I'm not, you know,
it's like okay, look at me. I can smile.
You know,
okay, I understand.
So like nowadays I pretty much feel the same way now when I'm around like women, you know, because I have to be like I'm not like I'm not one of them, or I'm not. I don't do like his like it's difficult to even explain it, but like I feel bad even like when I'm around them, because like me, I love like those creatures like women, like they are like amazing human beings, because like like surrounded by them, and before even my brother, like like all the time, and that's when I learned a lot of things about women. Like that's like the love also came from there. But it makes me angry. But then like because some other times like the other gen will be like, men should talk to men and they will listen to each other. Like not at all. Like and they also know like when it comes to egos, we have the most egos. So how would a guy with a high ego come tell another guy with an ego, but so good God, you know, I have channels and chat. Like they end up like not wanting to listen. But some other times when so then they tend to and then get over later on, like not just to support women the whole time. But guys, because in most cases like guys don't listen to other guys about, like especially maybe I would say cars because they like that's where in most cases I'm actually to the and then you can even come, you know, like you can even like be in danger by standing up in terms of like maybe when they travel they see it and then same time boom, you know, your life is in danger. So I feel like the change will be like Tina's Ngamajita is to look deep within yourself and try to act different, man. Like just be a good person, man.
Sure,
You know, it doesn't hurt being a good and nice person. You know, but I don't know what faces other people like or causes them to do the things that they're doing. You know, maybe other people act like I don't know. I could never explain why you do better. Why you do ebulala because I never done it, so I could never understand. You know, so yeah, it's pretty much. But it's sad. Like when I'm around women, some other times I feel like ish. Not scared, or maybe like especially women that I haven't like maybe it's my first time seeing them, you know, because like that's when people start to judge about okay, is it this one, you know, so like you try to as I said, like when you see a white person you're like no, I'm not a thug, I'm
like,
not gonna
I can make jokes.
I'm not gonna rob you, look I look neat, you know. You see, so yeah, pretty much I feel I now I currently feel like that way about
Sure,
yeah, it's hard, but like because you can't have an easy relationship like Hongo, because now you go and then I don't blame her for doing the because like brothers are abazenzayo like benza like amantombazana abasoyiki yabo so ngoku ndidibana nentombazana maybe ndidibana naye ndimbone lapha for like since I do events and stuff for promotion or something that's gonna get her bags, right? Like get her limali, and then first time ndimbona she's gonna be like
she's on defense mode
same time she's like yeah, well, so because of what the culture that we like is built out towards them, you know, so which is like super bad.
Yeah, I mean, because ngiyansela lo ithethayo, but izinto ziyenzeka, but I think yes, sizayibona man, izinto zawutshintsha ngendlela ezawutshintsha ngayo, because kwelinye icala ayizuba iway instant porridge leyo, but it's going to take time. It takes izinto ezinje, because that's why we have this channel, Incokoyebhudas, is to play that role. Not okay. The questions that we get to ask you about, okay, we're not as a because we're trying to play a role here. Since now we started, because you said that in the organization, you know, it's not going to change the whole thing, but at least it's playing a role.
For that one,
that's a lot. That 1%, if 1%, that's a lot. It counts. It changes the whole picture.
You see, because there's this. I remember this philosophy, like I told, like Amajita, the team actually. Like I live by this philosophy, like especially like Tupac once said it. It was like, he was a wise man. So like he said, like I'm not saying I'm gonna change the world or rule the world, but I guarantee you I'm gonna spark the brain of those that will change the world. Like you will spark that one person. That one person might spark a million. But lambi one one inspiration, one changer. Like what change abanye abantu abaninzi so ukuthi if maybe when you're not able to change abantu by 1,000, change like lambi one, play an influence, you know, and then like lambi one uza change abantu by 5, abantu by 5 but change abantu by 10. So it's gonna go on and on and on and
it's
on.
like a pyramid scheme.
You know, I feel like maybe we can try to use those methods in trying to influence like this like the way this scenario, because it is gonna take time for it to change, you know, and it's not even getting, but because they've been implementing things and it's not even getting better, it's like getting worse.
Yeah, because like you tried that. Okay, you make you billboard power. Okay, we all seen billboards. Seems like awareness but it's not playing any role in limiting or reducing the way whatever. Because everywhere you go now, there's certain efforts as why adverts on TV is but I think because on the other side too, we have to think about the system, because that goes where nalapo where like punishment. In terms of the punishment that they get, okay, the whole program, okay, but what happens there in jail? Because I think even I once watched this this documentary on Netflix where it speaks about different 10 most like different types of jail system, each jail is in the whole world, where they used to show how each jail are being ran. And I think there's quite a few ideas of how Nati we can find a way of athandifuni ubuyela phana phinde ndiyenze la way because you'd find ba kwezinye like uyabona ba punishment phana njayam akho inkawuza sozibona ba inkawuza nentoni ezanto ezinje yaba uhlobo bayithekisha ngalo bayithekisha khona hlobo uzibomba hey khayizile alifuni ukuphinde ndiyibone la way
I don't want to go back there.
But I think stuff like that, it's where it's not just here, but we have to broaden the scale and because Landbag City, we spoke about it on the last episode where we like also to Funubama, someone who's selling drugs, you arrest the person on the street, but that's
they're just gonna get another person
like it's a replacement. You're not actually going to the root core. You just ubamba ngaphezulu because there's some ufumana phila we abastok akhona umzekelo ezanto zinje
because why go for the tail when you can go for the head because like
why go for the head I think God gonna the music side don't act lost because you were featured in a mixtape Kawali.
What are you talking about?
I've heard your voice. You sing. This brother sings.
Hallelujah.
Tell us about the music. Are you planning on focusing more? Because you're still like, okay,
well, like I've always been ways on Dolo, but mostly in terms of like being a choir master. Assist amashifta kaweso studio or maybe umnganita into your voice ethile and then I'll be there nige sample so I've worked with some guys way
sure
but having like a full like scale on song like which is only my song or maybe a featured like song that if I okay and like but yeah if okay and the corner but like I could read okay I like so like I have those words so like I'm actually like even like more currently there's something that I'm working on in a cousin Asipho acapella so
that's why we see ufuna ukuya kwenza la mina uthe wangixela lapho right ungangixela because I was like yeah ngifuna ukuya acapella randomly go to acapella
he's super dope with guitar so pretty much I was like let me practice my voice again just doing acapella and then like we're working on some projects because soon I'll be hosting industry poetry, a cappella and vocalist like in one space. So I also kind of want to participate in that as well. But since like I'm like let me just do it because people always say let me just do it for the fun and for the love of music.
So we should expect an album soon.
But we never know. Maybe by God's grace. God's grace. I never know.
Yes, but never needs about God's bully well.
Yeah, a lot of people don't. Yes.
Now you don't put it out there really well. Why shouldn't you? Yeah, no.
No, they know I have a sister, but like like that's no, like some other times I've also to do where the people like automatically they just start treating you differently.
Oh my gosh, you're twins. But twins are special, bruh.
Yeah, it's
not something that usually happens. So
it's
I think that's one of the reasons why I want to take it so highly because you're like, shit, twins.
Yeah, because people always go like it's always that reaction. What do I have?
And go Pino, male and female.
Yeah,
because I'm go male and male. And that's the one. Yeah. I'm gonna English, but that's. Because I remember while I was doing in Matricium, I used to see you via Ogonaseavuya. I used to think you guys are friends. I'm like, I'm like, why are these two always together? Until I heard from Abandba, Because I never need to get the same reaction. We told someone, and the other person where I was like, "How my brother Dywili?" I was like, "No ways, Dywili like my sister work." I'm like, "Yeah, look man Dywili." So how has it been when growing up with a sister work? And because normally you'd with you'd find okay, it's male and male or female, but you hardly ever find where it's different. So how has that been fun?
Funny enough, like mentioned, it's like because like a car, like even like in hospital, they were expecting one child, one child, which was gonna be a female, and they bought like just female clothes. Female clothes. They discovered like the day, I think 2 days or so before my mother was gonna give birth. But it's actually like because they thought like this about Umndeni one, this about
a big baby.
So they were working on operation and stuff like that. Because even on that day they were expecting to do this to be an operation like before a day. Only to find out there's 2 kids.
Actually twins.
Like in my pictures, like it's only like few clothes, like there's a magic. But in most there's union like I'm wearing clothes. So I was that nigga, I was that guy. That was crazy. It was like when I look at my old pictures, like morning, like man, wow, I don't know and then it was a blessing to my family because they were also like at some point like they took long to have kids up until they finally got a kid, and then Gandhi it's like 2. Like 2 kids.
But you swear by you listen, who put your off look but you know because la take kwenu Inga fana nawe. Mfusi but you umuntu xa nobe ngecambu kwakho ngathi uliwe like nguye iwele lakho. So how has it been having from useyavuya growing up together into now because when we tell the city now you had to play that role of being you know how it means to a boy where that they look up to. I wish I had the privilege to be like that too. So how has it been and how has it shaped you into being the person that you are where?
So like I said, like growing up with my sister, we used to fight a lot. Like
I know what you're talking about.
We used to fight over every little thing. Fight. And we get along, like a few times getting along.
Most of the time you're fighting.
Fight. Like over little stuff, stupid stuff, like just fighting the whole time. Even like I remember this one time, that's when I was still in primary. Like morning, like it's on a Friday. Friday is my early school, because it's the weekend. I just had a blessed cop. Blessed cop. Transport. Pume on 12 that day.
Sure.
Transport is on 5. I was so hungry, so angry. I was only pissed there. So the pie parking. I was like down. And my sister, she was always energetic.
Even
until today. People like they always said, you're supposed to be a boy. Why wouldn't you? Because like he won everything. He shut his like she was always like that person. Like this day she comes. Hits me on my head. I'm hungry. I'm angry. I'm shit. And then like I said, I was so angry. I got up. I'm late. I bought a bomb. And then I started kicking. And I'm crying. And I'm still a kid. And then like that day I got a bit of my life because that like high school in. Bafonela abazali and stuff then back school they never hit but I mean like they were angry because they didn't know Mazan and they wanted to teach me more like a lesson. So like the way they did it so balisa I think 3 so and Zanfunu I think Zanfunu grade 4 so like what is 3 times bad? What is 3 times bad? What is 2 times? If I don't get the answer right in the next coming 5 seconds, better. I was panicking, dog. But I was I was like, fuck it, in bed. I got home. Like, nafika pa kuku cousin yam because I was chatting with like a cousin yam. Hey, my cousin, I'm bed. Any cousin yam, cousin is it too. Like we used to, like now, like in the cousin no, like she was, and she's still crying. I'm like, keep quiet. And then my moms came back home, and now she got a call from school, so once again, so she came home already, like because like they exaggerated, like this is the only beating, and then I was like, hey, let me go sleep. I was angry. I went to go sleep, and then poof, my pops came back home. He also got a figure. And then they spoke to me, and then like after that,
you learned your lesson.
I was like never, you know. So yeah, I pretty much grew up with her, but like like I always had that instinct of like, okay, I have a sister. Yeah. Like if Windows in the guy, like that protective thingness, I always had it. But okay, like in the social because my sister, and then she's vulnerable. So it shaped me into being a protective type of person as well, like a brother in a sense. Yeah. And then the little brother, like I would say, like because he looks up to me, so I have to make sure of everything that I do. And then the sense I watch my ways, and also like with him, like when
I want them to move senses.
The guy there, so I said,
okay, sure.
There also like I feel like with him also, like when people are like extracting, hey, like I used to wear like a lot of golf t-shirts, then I stopped, and then he also wear a lot of golf t-shirts. Then now all of a sudden he stopped. I'm starting to wear a lot of shirts. So like now all of a sudden he's starting to wear like shirts. I bought this other blue turkey, like it was some year back. And then he also bought like it was Adidas, and he bought a Nike blue one, similar design. And then like he could even like so that's when I started seeing about like at least like he's being influenced, and me cause when I'm like I have to sacrifice and not do the indo, or maybe I wanna go there, or maybe I'm like I'm tempted into doing it. Because Qurans, when you're watching people like gangsterism, when you're watching it, it seems cool.
Yeah, it's
yeah. And then the girls are going, you know, other guys like bang and I because of that. But yo, kalamamate, cousin, you know, mazana bakanga.
It's the same as Landing cows after school. Because he used to because shop most guys when
women are so powerful in actually like because we influence in a sense by how they view us. Yeah. You know, if they like this is cool, if a guy has this and that, like they're cool. Oh, yeah. I promise you, a lot of guys will end up doing that just because the girls.
They tell them to fit you up, and then everyone likes to fit you up.
You know, like females, like they should look at things like that, like because those like but powerful, those women, like they're super powerful in the sense of most of them, I would say they don't know the powers are. How powerful like they are. They do, and they have so much influence in like towards us. But we pretend as if even like in terms of the entertainment industry, sure. Like they use the same ways, like the females to make sure about making money, besides showing the booty, like in terms of like maybe if you want to come like event in the hostel, and then like I know events are toyo tole amanomazana. The guys that got the money, they're gonna go there. So they're gonna go there. So like everything that has like
if I know to host the party,
Yeah, that's the first thing.
But as soon as, because we see them, because banana power where banana influence and needs in
yeah, too much. Yeah, they have so much. Even like on go social media, it's them that have a lot of followers and stuff. Yeah, bro. So yeah, I say like growing up having like a, because now also I always wanted to have a bigger brother, someone that I can look up to. I used to see other cars, the guys in brothers. You know, I always wanted that. Can you make me means that I can't speak, like no mundo, like I can't speak with my father, you know. So I always wanted that. But the more one, I have a little brother, so I'm like, so by all means, I try for him to also open up and talk about other stuff as well. Yeah. So the bigger brother that I wanted.
You're actually that bigger brother.
So very much in that space. When are you a big people know big brother to sisters?
Big brothers and sisters. I had surrounded the sisters. Like let me tell you, our city. Now those are the people that I grew up around, and till today, it's always been like that. So, you know what? The only way to have another male, when Bennett said,
yeah, Baba.
And easy.
What's the movie is too high?
It's too high, yeah. That's too much, I am. But yeah, the film was like, lastly, when you're not lastly, but how does your ordinary day look like?
Currently now, since I'm not working yet, it's still.
Also, you can do Spanish.
Yeah.
Yeah, photo videos, no pictures, no.
Power fitting yeah. Nah. I stopped working there for some time. But that place is that's one of the places that like as I now last year that made me like that grew my brand into something like like where everyone like now they like say art. Like when they want to do something, let's link up, bro. Let's do things. Like last time, like working there because there I met like so many different types of people from like around Africa, not only in South Africa but around Africa.
Yeah, because I've seen like in Incokoyebhudas with data circle, it's kind of like your map, like always connections, always. If when can I cause where I saw back phone yako, abantu ababona data circle WhatsApp, it's like 200 plus people. You 45, you maximum. I'm like, yo, 200, bro.
Yeah, man. Like, and it's like most of the time, like, they always like, I love your statuses, like your WhatsApp statuses, bro. I love them. I like watching them. Like,
exactly.
I'm like, like really, like, is it a thing? So that's why, like, some of the times that means on WhatsApp, just to post. Message, I just wanted to, one man posted on the utilities. It kind of became a way span for me. Like I saw Bayan Sebenzela in the sense of people are responding, and it's like close, like because it's direct market. You know, maybe when I post something, same time, what is this about? No. Like I always stay like Kobandu that I haven't seen in a long time. But Baboni status like yesterday, there's this other guy I haven't seen him in 2 years. Yeah, boy, and then I said, well, I Cape Town. Italy chose, but he came back and like because he always watches my status. Like he always watches status. I mean, what one damn bro, like yo, there's so much life UAE's and I want like even like moving to get chosen, and I was like, damn, I want to come to Cape Town because I'm seeing like the vibe and I'm different places about. Cape Town, like even on Instagram, I'm Cape Town, bro. Like, what's popping? Like, can I come to one of your events? Like, people that I don't even know, and then that's how also I get connects to other people, So then so I wake up early mornings, don't gym, then I will sit down first and plan iminiamo. And then like I will go to Glendale, City of Cape Town, this program that they have. Yeah. And then I'll also do daily things, recreations. So it's a company that I started. So like pretty much like Goku, we're going to meetings like on Wednesdays. I'll go to a meeting in Orbs, and Friday as well. I'll go to meetings or prepare for meetings for Paya because there's something that I'm planning to do as like the company.
Makes sense, Bhuda yam, sifuna ukubulela kakhulu man for ixesha olithathe uba mawuzwakale apha. And I hope wonke umuntu emakhaya uye yonwabela le incoko yalamaFrotman. But any last words from you?
Any last words from me? I would say, like, if you believe in something, just go out and just put your all, man. But also strategize how you're gonna go there. But go in and also there's a lot of negative things that come your way. Don't forget to pray. Don't forget to show love to people around you and respect for your parents, and yeah, life will kind of go smoothly for you, and never stop the hustle.
Oh, yeah.
No matter what.
Never stop the hustle. But fair to that was another episode. Incokoyebhudas, episode 3. Siphethe Athenkosi suka all the way from Delft. Thank you very much for uthatha ixesha lakuba mawuhlale phansi usibukele. Thank you Frotman for uthatha ixesha lakuba mawube lapha. We pretty much enjoyed this, and we can't wait to see more of you, and I wish you well. I hope you get rich, my bro. You will get rich, obviously. From us to you, Emakaya. Sanbona next year. Babayin.
Yeah, wena ungokhanda chisa subambekisa izodibanisa inhloko nebhuda budi yandingeqongeni budi yahluphe